Okay, sorry about that break in transmission. All right, I guess I'm back now. I'm back, and you guys can come back now. Okay, so like I was saying, you need to have an employment agreement or offer contract. Okay, this is the letter with which the startup employs employees. It's very, very important. Okay, yeah. Thank you for joining me again, Kevin Amarachi. Olachiwampa, thank you. Come back. Thank you. Sorry for that break in transmission. Okay, we are using this office. Once there is a change in light, it can disrupt some things. Okay. So the third document we shall be discussing is your employment agreement. You don't employ anybody without a contract agreement signed. All right. So this for a startup. This is the document that binds and engages the workers to your startup. It's very important. Whether you are employing a consultant, whether you're employing interns, whether you're employing contract staff, this must be well worded, all right? Worded to ensure that every statutory right and benefit applicable to each class of workers are covered. Very crucial, very, very important. Okay, so you don't take things for granted. We've had cases of people overstepping their limits or their boundaries because these things were not clearly stated. It's not good. So if you are running a startup, you must, by all means, draw up your employment agreements. Very, very importantly. Very, very importantly. All right? Very, very importantly. So these are letters that must be carefully worded to ensure that the statutory rights and benefits applicable to each class of workers are covered. All right? They are covered. Now, you must be careful not to term a person who is actually an employee a contract staff. So if that document you are drawing up defines the status of everybody working for you, the ones that are contract staff should be appropriately termed contract staff. The ones that are full-time staff should be appropriately termed full-time staff. So many people employ people without really stating down most of these things. I know, and they always run into issues, in the middle of the whole contract. Okay, you some people complain that they employ them for something, and then their employer uses them to do everything. All right, you subject them to all manner of jobs that is not stated in their job description. So before you agree to even work for a startup, insist that a contract agreement or an employee agreement is drawn up for you. Very, very important. Very, very important. With all the statutory rights, every benefit applicable to that class of employee must be written down. Must be written down. Now, according to Pensions Reform Act, any employee who has more than 3 individuals in his employment is statutorily obliged under the Pension Reform Act to deduct 8% pension from his employee's compensation. Add an additional 10% to the deducted funds and remit the total 18% to an approved pensions fund administrator on behalf of the client. You can see that. Now, you will not know these things if you don't insist on an agreement to be signed up by your employer. So both the employer and the employee of a startup must by all means abide by this. Before you employ, have an agreement contract in place. Have an agreement document in place. Very, very important. Very, very important. Rejoice Ibokwe, you're welcome. Happy to meet you here. You're welcome. So that's it. I've mentioned 3 documents here. I've said number 1, your incorporation document, very important. Number 2, your non-disclosure agreement, very, very crucial. Now I just finished talking about your employment agreement. We are discussing the important documents you must have in starting your business. Important documents you should have in starting your business. Every day I get questions about this issue. A lot of people that want to find out. They want to find out what it takes to register their business. Whether it's business. Yesterday I spent more than an hour trying to explain some of these things to a potential client who wants to understand what it takes to register a business. So it's a crucial thing. I have a passion for it, all right, to encourage startups to do most of these most important steps. As startup founders, we are eager to rush into the thick of the whole thing. Want to do the business, want to execute the ideas, all right. So want to do these things. So most of the time we don't know when time passes by. 2 years, 3 years. Only for you to remember that the name that you have been using, the name you've been using for 2 years or for 3 years, is already taken by someone. I suffered that fate. For instance, Pukena was not my original business name. Everybody that knew me in business knew me with Richer Life. So I've run several businesses, several conferences, several projects using Richer Life. All right, but I didn't register Richer Life. I didn't trademark it. So when I tried to register it, I was told someone else has taken it. So I was forced to use another name. So please, by all means, take these things very, very seriously. The fourth document that are necessary in starting a business. I've defined 3. Your incorporation document, for those of us joining us, talked about the incorporation document. I've talked about your non-disclosure agreement. I've talked about your employee agreement. Now, the 4th document is your terms of service. These are all legal documents, very important. Your terms of service. Okay, if you can hear me, if my voice is too low, you can actually let me know. Can you hear me very well? I want to see a feedback, so it won't be like I'm talking to myself. Is there any problem with the sound? Someone can answer me. Is there any problem with the sound? Lawrence Obi, welcome. Omenwa Daniels, I'm happy you are joining us. Okay, so we're discussing documents needed in starting a business. Documents needed in starting a business. So let's talk about the 4th one, the terms of service. Terms of service, very important document. Very, very important document. Some of you are used to those long epistles when you open a website. All right, you see those long stuffs that we normally want to skip, just so that you can just go and say I agree. All right, or I accept. You don't want to read those long stuff. You just want to accept and move on. Those long epistles are so crucial. They can make or mar your business. All right, and some people have the habit of copying from one website and modifying it and put on their website without checking whether it tallies with our laws here. Okay, so you have to be careful. That document is so crucial, very very crucial. So you need to if your business involves collecting information from people, whether you are running an e-commerce site or you're registering some people online, or you're running a tech company, it's important you have terms of service in place. It's important you have terms of service in place. All right. Very few Nigerians really settle down to design a terms of service document. Very, very few. Most of the people copy. Just go online, look for anyone they can copy and just paste it on their website. It's very, very important you settle down and know what your business is all about. All right. Know what your business is all about. Even if you are modifying from somewhere, always customize it, all right, to what you need. Always customize it to what you need. Don't just copy hook, line, and sinker. Because at the long run, when issues arise, which must happen, when issues arise, you will see that it is better you have settled down to go through your document, your terms of service document, word by word. Okay, so please don't rush through it. When we were designing Pukena, that was one thing that took my 1 week. I spent a week. Okay, I didn't originate it. I had to look at what others have. All right, but I modernized my own. I customized it. I made it to suit both the internal laws and the external laws governing the market that we are moving into. All right, so especially our business is all about people leaving their documents, leaving their details on our website. All right, we contract handymen to people, we network people with service providers. Now these are ordinarily risky businesses that if you are not careful, they can land you in hot water. So what I did was I had to clarify the terms of service ahead of time so that both the person hiring the service provider and the person being hired understand these terms of service. So when you are hiring someone, before you hire, you must indicate that you have agreed to those terms of service. It helps us in our business. So please don't neglect this very important issue. All right. Now, I think the last, if not the least, the last document I will be discussing this evening is your shareholder agreement. If your business is a limited liability company, though you have your MEMAT, you know what is a MEMAT, Memorandum of Understanding, and Articles of Association. So if you have those things, you should also have a shareholder agreement. All right. This is an agreement that governs the relationship among the shareholders and between the shareholder and the company itself. All right. So when you have shareholders in your company, you must draw up a shareholder agreement. Let everybody know the clauses relating to the disposal and transfer of shares. All right. Such as preemptive rights, okay, rights to first refusal, redemption of shares upon death or disability, among others. So it's important for you to have this agreement on ground when you have shareholders. When you have shareholders in your company, I believe that we have the ability to build some of the biggest businesses in Africa. All right, and you don't just limit your business to the local environment. Don't run your business, in a small way. Always, by all means, adhere to some of these most important foundational principles. All right, get your business documents, register your business, have these agreements I have discussed on ground. Don't neglect any one of them. It will come back to haunt you. It will come back. I'm telling you the truth. It will come back to haunt you. So always have this agreement. Don't neglect any. Don't neglect any. Don't neglect any. Don't neglect any. If you have any question, if you have any form of, if you need more advice on how to go about starting your business, you can always reach out to me. You can always chat me up on Facebook. You can just reach out to me. You can visit my website, see my contacts there. But my passion is to help as many as are yet to take that most important step to start their own business. Okay, starting a business is an interesting venture. It's an interesting journey. All right, it is an interesting journey, honestly. All right, so I want to encourage as many people out there who are still uncertain whether to take that step. Take the step, okay? Take the step. Plan yourself well, okay? If you are still working in an organization, why stay there while you get these documents prepared? All right, get a business name, register it, okay, and get every other document ready. Please get ready. No job can pay you as much as your business can pay you. Take that from me. I always humorously say that for me to leave Pukena to work elsewhere, I don't know how much. Before I used to say if you pay me 5 million a month, but right now 5 million is our monthly target for this April, only April. All right, so that means that I have increased the benchmark, the stake. So one thing about business is that there's no income ceiling. You can determine how far you want to go. If you are ready for it, okay. If you want to remain small, you remain small. If you want to go high, you go high. Okay. So that's the beauty of business. That's what I love about business. I love being in business myself, and I love helping other people take that bold step. Take that bold step to starting their own business. Okay. And I know that God will strengthen you. I know that you will take that wonderful step. Okay, if you have any question, if you have any form of worries, okay, maybe you want me to mentor you or coach you, okay, help you take that baby step, okay, because I'm more interested in those that want to start. Okay, I thought God gave me that grace both to start and to help people that want to start. All right, so those initial baby steps are crucial. All right, they are very, very crucial. So if you are interested in starting your own business and you don't know how to begin, you don't know how to start that journey, you are free to reach out to me anytime, any day. I will help you. I will give you advice. I will connect you with the people that matter. If you need lawyers, if you need any form of service, if you need websites, if you need business card designs, if you need to brand that idea, if you need to design a non-disclosure agreement, don't worry. Just reach out to me and I will help you. Till I meet you next time, I hope to run this series maybe every day after work. The office is empty right now, so nobody is disturbing me. Once they leave, I have the whole office to myself. So I hope to maybe towards that 7:30, you can always hook up and then let's share ideas on business together. I love you all and I want to see you at the top. I want to meet you there. I want you to build great and amazing businesses that will employ thousands of people, create jobs opportunities, make Africa a better continent, All right, so I want to see you do something great. It's very wonderful. I'm telling you the truth. It's very wonderful. God bless you. See you at the top.